Everyone, Virgo Triad here. It is March 11th, 2019, and happy Monday to everyone. All right, we're going to go ahead and start off our week this week with a fact check, and it's a good one. It's one that I get constantly in the comments section. It's one that people want to seriously fight and struggle with one another about. And it is something that needs to finally be put to rest and put to bed once and for all. Frankly, I'm sick of it. As those of you who've been watching my channel for the last 2 years might be noticing, my attitude is starting to change a little bit. I don't want to say that I'm becoming jaded, but I do want to say that I'm at the point that I am so frustrated with a lot of the ignorance that is coming over my comment section that I'm starting to lose patience with a lot of the people that there's absolutely no way to get through to. Whether it's Dunning-Kruger effect or whether it's just plain cognitive dissonance of some sort, these individuals simply are not going to lay down their sword when it comes to this particular movement. They still continuously try to find things that are cherry-picked laws, and they want to argue them for hours, and I simply don't have the time or patience to do that any longer. So a lot of these fact check videos that I'm doing, you're going to notice, are more to the point and have a little bit more of my personality and attitude in them, because I know the majority of you have seen me as a person who is extremely professional, and I try very hard not to get myself to a point to where it seems like I am becoming, well, like I said, jaded, or like I am becoming condescending in any way. But as time has gone past, as we have seen over and over again, between the death threats and the insults and all of the nastiness, I've gotten to a point now where I just simply don't want to tolerate it. So for those of you that have a problem with that, you're probably going to need to find somebody else to listen to, because I'm going to be changing that here as I continue to do these fact checks. All right, so this one is on the subject of the IRS, and the argument here has been for years coming from the tax protesters, and they basically say that the IRS, or there is no law, rather, that the IRS has the right to collect taxes, that there is nothing on the books in any way, shape, or form that proves that we have to pay taxes as citizens. So I'm going to go over a few things and debunk that right now. One of the things that is eerily apparent, and it runs the same with every single one of these people that send a comment, is that they all want to see a specific law, a very specific law. Don't show me something out of the IRS handbook. I want a specific law. I can dedicate this video to about 14 or 15 people that consistently ask this. And it's over and over again. They make new accounts, and after blocking them, after I've tried over and over and over again, they'll make another account. So this is a video dedicated to all of you tax protesters out there. Okay, first let me just say that I did contact the IRS because I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a newer version of this. March 2014 was the last time that the Truth About Frivolous Tax Arguments PDF was actually put up by the IRS.gov website. They are in the process of doing an updated one now, but my understanding from what I was told today is that not a lot's going to change in it. It's just updating a few of the codes to make sure that they align properly. But the frivolous tax arguments are basically all the same. And they actually put a notation requesting that I place this in the video by stating that the IRS advises that anyone who contemplates arguing on legal grounds against paying taxes should first read the 80-page document in front of you. So this 80-page document that I've got here in the PDF format from irs.gov is going to be listed in the description area of this video for everyone to pull up and take a look at for themselves. The other thing that I did after contacting the IRS was I actually contacted a constitutional lawyer. Constitutional lawyers do deal with things like tax policy. They deal with anything having to do with constitutional issues. And I found some very interesting information, that facts that corresponded that I had pulled along with what this constitutional tax attorney was able to give to me in addition. And I'm going to be going over a couple of those things right now. I want to try to keep this video as short as possible, however, so I'm going to leave a lot of this for you to actually look at and read yourself. I'm not going to read through all of this. Let me just say that there's hardly a constitutional amendment, law, or supposition that hasn't been used in an attempt to try to prove that income tax collection is invalid by one group or another. And I find these arguments, like most constitutional law discussions, interesting. But ultimately, the truth is that the Secretary of State proclaimed the ratification of the 16th Amendment that you are looking at right now on February 25th, 1913. Now, 26 U.S.C. 1 imposes tax on taxable income. 26 U.S.C. 63 defines taxable income as gross income minus allowed deductions. And 26 U.S.C. 61 defines gross income as all income from whatever source derived, and 26 U.S.C. 6012 requires the filing of returns by every single individual with gross income for the year, with just a few exceptions, usually having to do with your income bracket. Dozens of cases have upheld the federal government's power to collect income taxes against just about every single argument that anybody has ever been able to come up with. I have to tell you, too, that judges have very little tolerance for tax protesters, particularly ones who convince other people not to pay taxes while being deceptive about the enormous legal consequences. Adherents who practice what they preach are in jail for tax evasion, and that I can prove to you. There are numerous cases, many for dramatic, hefty sentences. And while the IRS may be less sinister than it was a few years ago, there's no doubting their willingness to use enormous power against individuals to collect tax revenue, especially if those individuals are out there spreading false information. So, with that being said, let me make a few other notations on this video before closing out. I'm over here at the Legal Information Institute, and I am actually looking at the statute and what a statute actually means. You can look up code, you can look up statutes and code, you can look it up all day long in every single legal dictionary you can find, including Black's Law Dictionary, by the way. Now, the argument that I always end up getting once I have gone over all of the different U.S. sections where the 16th Amendment falls into place when it comes to having the laws that state that we are required to pay income tax as United States citizens, this is what the tax protesters always come back with. Those are statutes and codes. They're not real laws. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I have to blow you out of the water here once again. I'm just going to show you a statute here, a law enacted by a legislative body, such as the United States Congress or State Senate. Statutes are the primary source of law within the United States. All right, everyone. The bottom line here is it does not matter where you look the statute or code definition up at. As I said, use your Black's Law Dictionary. I know the majority of you own those, or at least have downloaded the free copy online. Statutes and codes, by their very definition, are laws. If you are a tax protester, my suggestion is exactly the same as what the IRS has requested for me to place in this video, and that is that you actually take a look here at this 80-page document, because I can guarantee you that the argument that you have is within this page, or within these pages. And you'll save yourself a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of actual pain, and possibly prison time, if you will just read through it and find the laws that pertain to the argument that you are thinking about using. And for those of you that had questions with regards to this that are not tax protesters, but just wanted to know, taxation is legal. It is part of the 16th Amendment. It is constitutional. It may not be nice, but it is a necessary evil for society to be a flourishing one. All right, everybody. I hope this helps. And of course, this means that not having a law, or however you want to put it, that shows that the IRS is not able to collect taxes, it's absolutely false. 100% the United States is allowed to request the IRS to collect taxes on every single one of its citizens. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye-bye.